Howdy everybody, welcome to All Around the Farm today. I have got some exciting news to share with all of you. So guys, it has come to my attention that my poor old barn is getting, well, just that, poor and old. I have been working out of that barn for the last 13 years. So guys, you know, when it come down to it all, I thought it would be so great to have a barn that's big enough where I could back a combine into it. It'd be nice to have a barn that's big enough that if I back a big tractor and I can walk around all four sides of it instead of doing things one side at a time. It would be nice to have a barn that I could paint tractors and stuff in and not worry about sawdust magically falling from wood beams that make up the structure of my good old barn. You guys also, make no mistake, that old barn ain't going anywhere. She's going to sit there as long as I sit there. But that eyesore, gone. That's where the new barn's going to go. Unfortunately, those trees are going to have to go with it too. In order to get everything setting in, back, far enough out of the way, I'm going to have a 6-inch concrete pad, the whole barn's whole shooting match sitting on top of it. So I've got a little bit of work to do, guys, and I'd like to take you along for the journey if you want to go. Now, like I said, this has been nothing more than a carport, and it's kind of a poor one at that. You can see what has to be done here in order to get my black Chevy, old Black Betty, in here. Also, the antenna on my work pickup truck doesn't fit through unless you... Like I say, this thing really serves no immediate purpose other than to keep frost off my vehicles. It doesn't really... I mean... So you don't keep much rain off of them. It's been leaking pretty steadily for the last, well, let's see, I've been here for 13 years, so 13 years, maybe longer. It's not super construction. My uncle built this out of pipes, well pipe, and 2x4s in the very early 70s. So, you know, I gotta say, I'm amazed it's still standing here because that's pretty incredible. But not for long. She's got to go. So I think today, guys, if I can get all this garbage, this catch-all junk, just get everything out of here and maybe get the plastic off these walls, this plastic sheeting, whatever it is, that's going to be a good start. My next move is going to be to get that roof off of there. Then get all these pieces of well pipe. I don't know. I'm betting that I'm probably going to find a hunk of concrete hooked to each one of these pipes. No big deal. I'll get them out of there. Next thing I got to do is remove this row of cedar trees. I kind of hate to do that, guys, but this is going to be the only way that this is going to be done and done right, is if I just get rid of the trees. Old retired Ruby here might have to move to another location here for a little while. Guys, this poor old combine gets shifted around this farm more than the 3 single girls in a town of 20. So, but hey, at least it starts up easy enough and moves. And you know, guys, I'm going to have to move it to put the auger back on anyway whenever I get around to finishing that. But that doesn't take precedence right now. I probably won't be using this till October. So I got a few months to get that finished up. But anyway, so those are my goals, guys. That's kind of what I got planned here. And of course, I gotta move a few extra pieces of rubbish. I think that's going to be the best way to utilize that space. And I mean, it's going to be a whole lot less of an eyesore than this poor old piece of shit is. So it's just going to be a win-win for, well, me. Nobody else is going to win on this, but well, you guys are too, because I'm betting my videos are going to be a little bit more bright and easy to see inside, maybe easier to hear, a little more lit. I don't know. We'll find out. But unfortunately, with that being said, this is going to take a chunk out of my tractor buying money, guys. So fortunately, I've got enough projects to work on right now where I don't really need to bring a whole bunch of new ones in. But I'll do my best. I'm still going to keep it fun for everybody, you and me and everybody else involved here. So what do you say right now? Get my loader out, which that's going to be another one. My poor little John Deere that I kind of wanted to sell and buy something different for. that tractor's paid for and it didn't cost me a lot. I'm just going to have to hang on to it for an indefinite amount of time. So, hey, is what it is. Doesn't mean I won't find something else someday, but for right now, that tractor's going to have to get me by for a while. So let's get her out and get working. You know, maybe when I got guys bringing sand and stuff in here, I don't think a truckload of gravel right there is going to hurt my feelings one bit either. Let's talk to the bank and get that little bit extra figured out. Well, there, so much for the heavy stuff. At least I can get around it. Now to get the inside clean. Anybody want to play some horseshoes? Only missing one. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing yet. This is what they shipped my new auger on for my 6600. I suppose I'll throw this in the barn. I'll find a use for it someday, I'm sure. Said everybody. Well, there, got everything cleared out of here. Now it's time to make this. Now it's time to make this whole thing go away. Got my trusty little John sitting there, and the sun is right in our face. That's better. So guys, I've got a kind of a mixture of things on here. This is all just this, you know, this fiberglass, plastic, I don't know, whatever it is. Basically all the siding is that. I've got actual tin on the roof, but one way or another, she's all got to come off. So I guess I'll just grab a crowbar and maybe a claw hammer, start pulling nails. Nothing much more I can do. I don't know what I'm going to do with this junk, but Probably just roll it up and send it on down to the landfill, but whatever. This is going to take me a few minutes, I believe. You know the old adage, they don't build them like they used to? Go down to your local Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever you prefer. Bang on one of those plastic sheets like that, and let's see theirs still be in one piece. Pretty incredible considering these are 50 plus years old. Well, more to go, guys. Take me a little break there. That's getting my cardiovascular workout today. Now, before one of you guys goes and comments about how I'm going to ruin all these plastic pieces by hammering them off there, easy keyboard Karen. It's fine. Like I said, barely hurting anything anyway. The nails aren't going to leave any bigger hole than what I'm leaving in there. That stuff is surprisingly resilient. It's amazingly resilient. Maybe it'll come siding on another lean-to somewhere else that's not right here someday, but yeah, whatever. It's going to work just fine. All right. Back to it. I see spectator seating is way back here where it's safe. What do you say, Fluffy? You want to go in? Do you want to go in? Oh, you little rascal. Why don't you come help me? Guys, this is going so smooth, I think I'm going to increase my hammer by one size. Increase my protection by one notch. Yeah. You guys in demolition have a lot of fun, don't you? Well, there, guys, that's going so smooth. Might as well just start banging the roof off this thing, too. I mean, it's all got to go. I still got daylight. Found a cool little horseshoe. I wonder if it's going to smash off of there as easy as them walls did. We're going to find out. That is considerably more work than the sidewalls were. Oh well, I'll get it. That's a lot of work for a guy who's got a birthday coming up Tuesday, and I'll officially be closer to 50 than 40. Huh. That puts a lot of things in perspective. Well, guys, that is enough swinging a sledgehammer for me for today. I'm gonna have to go in the house and see how much Tylenol and Advil we have, maybe an extra beer, I don't know. You know, just to make sure that tomorrow I'm able to finish this project. But I got most of it done today, so that's a good thing. I got a couple pieces of sheet metal along the back row yet to go. Then I'm gonna take my little John there and I'm gonna lift these pieces of well pipe out of the ground, and I would assume that they're probably hooked to a hunk of concrete. If I know my uncle like I did when he was building all these things, there's a hunk of concrete stuck to everything I dig up. So why would this be any different? But anyway, that's gonna totally do it for me today, guys. But stay tuned, there'll be a whole lot more barn to come. I also think that next weekend, like I say, guys, I gotta save a buck where I can. So if Turd Ferguson will pull those big cedar trees out of the ground, stump and all, and then I can just take my chainsaw and kind of cut them into 12 or 16 foot lengths, cut all the branches off them. Might as well save the posts. Those things are useful. Cedar posts are really useful. And I hate to waste them because they're beautiful trees and they might as well go on to make me something good next time around. So more fun to be had, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.